Culture isn't the song you sing at the company picnic. It's the silent playlist running when the boss walks away. Have you ever noticed how some leaders effortlessly inspire their teams while others might struggle to enforce basic rules? It's because great leaders don't set rules, they set standards. Rules only dictate actions, but standards shape your identity. When standards are clear, people don't need micromanaging. They learn to self-regulate because excellence becomes a part of who they are. Today, we're diving deep into becoming a leader who inspires excellence, not because your people have to, but because they can't imagine settling for anything less. Welcome back to the Brief and Debrief podcast. I'm your host, EJ Wood. Today, we're talking about setting a tone so powerful that good enough isn't part of your team's vocabulary. Now let's get to work. Our mission objective: become a leader who sets standards so compelling, average becomes unacceptable. Our tactical objectives for today: we have 4. Number 1, spot the ceiling. What does that mean? Clearly define one standard that's slipped from excellence to just enough. Number 2, amplify excellence. Immediately reward 3 examples of exceeding your newly set standard. Number 3, and my favorite for today, clear the clutter. I want you to eliminate one procedure, one habit, one meeting, or one policy that is allowing mediocrity. Our 4th and final, lead by unshakable example. Align your actions consistently with the standards that you set. Remember, everyone, what gets rewarded gets repeated. What gets ignored becomes permission. If you don't call attention to excellence, you'll call attention to mediocrity without even realizing it. Let's dig into how you can lead with intention today. Going into our first tactical objective, spot the ceiling. Mediocrity creeps in quietly. It doesn't crash through the front door. It's not going to create a bunch of noise and become easy for you to see. It's going to seep in through unnoticed cracks. And before you know it, or before you realize it, good enough will feel like and become the new normal. Think of this like your home's thermostat. If you slightly adjust it, you can suddenly become comfortable at temperatures that you once found unacceptable. Standards work in a similar way. Without vigilance, excellence erodes into acceptable. Sometimes it's not obvious. It'll be the little things: a late arrival here, a sloppy handoff there, and some shortcuts taken when nobody's looking. Tolerate it once and it becomes invisible. If you accept it twice, it becomes culture. Your action step: I challenge you to walk through your team's daily operations. Identify one standard, whether it's attendance, response times, customer interactions, or project deadlines, that once represented excellence, but now hovers or might even already be mediocrity. Then clearly, publicly, and assertively redefine it. We need to make excellence crystal clear again. Picture yourself carrying a glass of water across a room. The first step, you're focused and precise. As you get comfortable, you start rushing. Before you know it, the water spills. That's your standard slipping. I challenge you to stay mindful at every step. Average never storms in. It's going to sneak in. Our jobs as leaders is to catch it before it becomes comfortable. Moving on to our second tactical objective, amplify excellence. Want your team to chase excellence? Then reward it immediately, visibly, and specifically. And by immediately, I mean within the first 24 hours. People will naturally gravitate toward what gets celebrated. When your recognition aligns with your standards, the entire team will notice and respond. Imagine a sales team that shifts their standard from monthly targets to weekly targets. Initially, it might seem daunting, but the first group to consistently hit these weekly goals will be celebrated with lunches and visible recognition on a company dashboard. Within weeks, the entire team will have elevated their performance, turning what seemed to be an extraordinary feat into a daily expectation. Excellence must feel worth it. It's not about handing out trophies for showing up. It's about rewarding the effort and the result. Your action step for this tactical objective: identify and reward 3 immediate examples of team members exceeding your new standard. Remember, Immediate means within the first 24 hours. Be precise about what they did, why it mattered, and how it benefits the team as a whole. Then go celebrate it publicly and generously. I want you to reward both big wins, small wins, and daily behaviors that lead and contribute to those wins. Excellence is a habit well before it's a headline. Your team's habits reflect what you habitually reward. Excellence thrives on immediate recognition. Moving on to our third tactical objective, and my favorite, clearing the clutter. Complexity leads to unnecessary procedures, and they're breeding grounds for mediocrity. Unneeded meetings, outdated metrics, and redundant policies are signs of a structured environment. They're signals of inefficiency and frustration. Imagine trying to run with heavy chains tied to your ankles. That's exactly what procedural clutter does. It slows progress, dampens morale, and it will undermine your standards. Here are some common clutter examples. Meetings with no clear agenda or outcome. And these meetings are often repeated, sometimes on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, or even a monthly basis. Reports that nobody reads, and not just that nobody reads, that don't provide any value to the end result. Metrics that confuse more than they clarify. Your action step for this tactical objective this week, I want you to eliminate one unnecessary meeting, remove one confusing performance metric, simplify one cumbersome process. Streamlining these elements clarifies your team's focus, reinforces the importance of meaningful work, and then it resets your standards higher. Here's an exercise for you. I want you to ask your team, what's one thing we can stop doing that would make us faster, sharper, and better? You'll be very surprised how much clutter they see that you actually don't. Great leaders don't just simplify the vision, they simplify the path to get there. Moving on to our fourth and final objective, lead by unshakable example. Standards become meaningless when your actions don't match your words. Your strongest tool for building a culture of excellence is integrity. Consistency earns respect. Inconsistency breeds resentment. Honestly reflect on what you're doing. Do my actions consistently reflect the standards that I set? Do my daily habits inspire excellence or silently permit mediocrity? Consider a leader demonstrating punctuality, yet themselves arriving late. Their words will lose power, their credibility will suffer, and resentment will build. On the other hand, a leader consistently demonstrating punctuality sets an unspoken but clear expectation. When your team sees you living the standard, even when it's inconvenient or tough, that's when they know it's real. I have a challenge for you. I need you to pick one standard you're preaching, double down on living it, and then loudly, consistently, and visibly show it. Your team doesn't follow your words, they follow your footsteps. Excellence isn't spoken, it's demonstrated. Remember, words, they may set standards, but your actions actually seal them. All right, y'all, that's our final tactical objective. Moving on to the debrief. Our mission objective recap for today. Our mission was to recognize that leadership isn't about setting more rules. It's about raising a standard so high that average becomes unthinkable. It's about inspiring a culture where excellence isn't an act, it's an identity. Moving into the recap of our tactical objectives. Number 1 was spot the ceiling. Watch for where good enough is creeping in and crush it early. Remember, it's going to sneak in, not make a loud entrance. Amplify excellence. Reward the right actions the moment they happen. Shine a spotlight on greatness. Remember, immediate means within the first 24 hours. Number 3, and my favorite, clear the clutter. Remove distractions and dead weight from your processes. Clarity drives performance. Our fourth and final one, lead by unshakable example. Model the standards you demand. Walk your talk louder than you speak it. Your personal challenge for this week, select one area you've personally slipped below the standard that you have set. I don't want you to beat yourself up, but I want you to correct it immediately. Your self-awareness and speed to adjust will show your team exactly what accountability looks like. Your team challenge. Host a quick standards reset session with your team. Openly discuss where standards may have dipped and what great looks like moving forward. Make it collaborative and set the bar higher together. Remember, culture isn't about an annual meeting. It's built in moments where no one is watching. Standards, they're not just words on a wall. They're a reflection of your leadership every single day. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit and not an act." If today's insights resonated with you, share this podcast, tag your team, post your biggest takeaway, and let's keep sharpening iron with iron. Remember, great leaders don't set the standard, they leave it. Until next time, remember to break it down so we can build it back better. This is the Brief and Debrief podcast. EJ Wood signing off.